Hey guys, it's Gabor, and this time I'll show you the difference between Insta360 X3, One RS Twin Edition and One Insta360 Edition. I've already published a dedicated X3 camera review and a lot of tutorials featuring this camera, so this time I'd like to focus a little bit more on the RS series and show you how they compare to the X3 and help you decide which camera is the best for you or how you can use them side by side in certain shooting situations. So let me start with introducing the basic One RS camera, or the so-called Twin Edition. The main difference between the X and RS series is that RS cameras are modular. It means you can disassemble and put them together in different ways, changing or replacing the different modules. The basic structure is having a core, a battery and of course the lenses. And One RS cameras also have their cages. In case of Twin Edition, it lets you assemble a horizontal, while in case of One Insta360 Edition, a vertical camera structure. In practice, this modular system allows you to change the modules in different cases. For instance, you can do a replacement to get another function, changing the 360 lens with a non-360 one, or even with the 1-inch Leica lens. But you can also swap a broken or damaged module or a scratched lens without having to change or repair the whole camera. Basically, both X3 and One RS Twin Edition are action cams, but while X3 is a little bit more rugged, more waterproof, it doesn't have removable lenses. So if you'd use your camera in more risky situations, it's worth choosing One RS. Especially because apart from their physical design, both cameras have very similar specs. They shoot in 5.7K in 360, they have flow state stabilization and full 360 horizon lock. The main difference is that X3 has active HDR video in 360, which is an upgraded HDR mode which works better even in moving scenes too. And of course, X3 has some further features in creative recording, like bullet time mode, me mode or pre-recording. And while you can switch X3 to 4K single lens mode, One RS has a separate 4K boost lens for traditional action shots, which leads to a better image quality by physically changing lenses and modes. So we are actually getting two cameras in one, and one of them is a traditional style action cam besides the 360 one. And this 4K boost lens does have active HDR mode too. And there's a difference in mounting these cameras. One RS has horizontal camera structure with a GoPro mount, while X3 and One Insta360 have vertical camera design with screw mounts on the bottom. The horizontal camera design and GoPro mount works the best when it comes to mount the camera on your body, bike, motorcycle or further vehicles, basically when the camera is mounted on anything else than a selfie stick. While if you mostly shoot with a pole or a selfie stick and you want to take the advantages of the invisible selfie stick, the design of X3 and One Insta360 Edition will be better for you. You know, we need to keep the selfie stick parallel with the camera body, and in such cases we need to be more careful with the GoPro mount. So far I've been talking about the physical differences, and I also mentioned that in terms of video quality, X3 and One RS are very similar. While X3 has a little bit more creative shooting options and One RS has a little bit better quality in single lens mode thanks to the interchangeable lenses. But now let's take a closer look at the One Insta360 Edition too. One RS One Insta360 shoots in 6K, but the main quality difference is not because of the slightly bigger frame size, but mostly caused by the double-size sensors and the upgraded Leica lenses. Thanks to the upgrades, this camera is perfect for commercial use too, but of course not in every single case. Despite you can replace a broken One Insta360 lens, I wouldn't recommend it to use in extreme action situations, while it also has an outstanding low-light performance. I shot a short Christmas mood video with One Insta360, which you can check out in the right top corner, but let's see all the three cameras side by side in low light. I use the same manual settings during shooting, so you can see how they look like at the same light conditions with the same ISO, white balance and shutter speed settings. As you can see, One Insta360 has the cleanest image, while the other One RS with the basic 360 lens is the second best, and X3 is the third in this row. Just look at the letters, you cannot read them on the X3, while on the One Insta360 clip they are totally readable. And on the other One RS image it's readable, but the video looks very noisy. And of course we can investigate a different kind of low light situation without any bright areas with an almost equally dark scene. But in such a case we can make a very similar conclusion. So when it comes to image quality, the one in 360 seems to be an absolute winner. But don't forget, it's not so rugged, not waterproof, way heavier than the others, and if you're looking for a point-and-shoot 360 camera, X3 has further advantages. The screen on the One RS Core is very small compared to the touchscreen of X3, so it's more difficult to change settings. That's why in most of the cases I use One RS Twin Edition in auto mode, mounted on a vehicle or on my body, but I don't really use it with manual settings or in special recording modes. While I mostly use the One in 360 edition for professional works when I have enough time to fine-tune the settings, while pairing the camera to my phone for full access of settings and a nice 360 preview. On the other hand, X3 is easier to use in standalone mode, so I mostly use it for creative shots, like bullet time videos, and for further effects, or in manual mode for more sophisticated shots. If you're interested about the different controlling and remote controlling methods of these cameras, check out my previous video in the right top corner. And after all, let's see some further examples which could affect our camera choice. Among these cameras, One RS One in 360 is the best for Virtua tours or Virtua Tour videos, and of course if I shoot non-reframe 360 videos shooting with a tripod, I mostly pick the 1-inch edition. While it's also a great choice if you wanna mix your 360 clips with traditional videos for commercial use. But it doesn't mean that I use 1-inch for all the professional works. X3 or the Twin Edition can be used for professional job too in certain situations. Depending on the scenes, quality differences are not always so spectacular, especially when you focus on the action, with extreme camera placements and fast cuts during editing. And of course you can take the advantage of the waterproof camera bodies. Even more, you can use all these cameras on the same situation, but in different positions and mounting for different angles. And besides these examples, I've also made an in-depth on-the-spot comparison between X3 and the One in 360 edition, showing you how I use them side by side during a real shooting situation, while checking the different color profiles on both cameras. So if you are interested about it, check out that video in the right top corner. And for further 360 contents and tutorials, subscribe to my channel, and see you next time!